Some blunt words from a possible contender for the White House. Florida Senator Marco Rubio says he doubts human activity has any cause of climate change.
I don't agree with the notion that some are putting out there, including scientists, that somehow there are actions we can take today that would actually have an impact on what's happening in our climate. Our climate is always changing.
You do not think that human activity, the production of CO2, has caused warming to our planet?
I do not believe that human activity is causing these dramatic changes to our climate the way these scientists are portraying it. That's what I do not. And I do not believe that the laws that they propose we pass will do anything about it, except it will destroy our economy.
He is also saying he is ready to be president. The latest Real Clear Politics polling average shows Rubio in 7th place among potential candidates for the Republican presidential nomination. Let's talk about a couple of them with Julie Roginski, a former political advisor to Democratic Senator Frank Lautenberg of New Jersey and a Fox News contributor. And David Avella is the president of GOPAC, a political training organization for Republicans. Welcome to you both.
Hi.
Good to see you both. All right, so some interesting words there. And it seems like Senator Rubio had gone quiet there for a little while. I mean, there were those who did not appreciate or did love his position on the Senate Gang of 8 immigration piece that he worked on. But after a little bit of time, it seems, in the peace and quiet, he's back. I mean, he's headlining fundraisers in New Hampshire. Julie, what do you think? I mean, is he a big player for 2016?
Well, I think he's trying to get back in the good graces of the Republican primary voters right after he had the nerve to come out for the Gang of 8 bill and immigration and all of a sudden had all this pushback. You know, what I love about Senator Rubio is, I think a year or two ago, they asked him the age of the Earth. And his answer was, I'm not a scientist, man. And all of a sudden, I guess he's gone to science school or whatever he's been doing the last year or so, because all of a sudden, he definitively knows that climate change is not man-made, which, of course, belies what 97% of the world's climatologists believe. So I'm very happy he went and got an education. I think it was the incorrect one, but I guess he is now a scientist, man.
Well, there's plenty. There is a lot of debate there, and the fact is, in the past, I mean, he has in Florida worked on measures that would have had to do with capping emissions, those kinds of things. So there's some who saying it's been an about face for him. His folks say not so much.
Well, Senator acknowledges there is climate change.
Right. But not necessarily
the question he raises is, what approach are we going to take? Are we going to be conservationists who use the land and its resources to their potential and then restore them to their original posture? Or do we be environmentalists and want to do nothing? This administration, whether it's the war on coal, whether it's Keystone Pipeline, want to do nothing. They want to ultimately shut down energy production, which in reality will then prevent the innovation and research that we need to really help bring climate change under control and yet not kill energy jobs.
I'm sorry, but with all due respect, this administration's had more oil and gas drilling than I think any other in the past. So this administration
that wants a war on coal.
Well, it may have a war on coal, but you can't say they want to stop energy production when they've boasted, and I think incorrectly so, about the fact that they have been drilling and drilling for oil and natural gas more than any other. Well, so that's one. And then two, obviously, what Senator Rubio was not saying is that he believes that climate change. He's saying that climate change is not man-made. That is belies 97% of the world's climatologists who disagree with him.
There is a lot of debate still about that. Right. All right, let's talk quickly about Rand Paul. Senator Rand Paul, also in the mix for 2016. He is holding up a judicial nominee on the Hill, somebody that he says has authored memos that would authorize drone strikes on American citizens. And he wrote a very impassioned op-ed saying, I don't think you should kill American citizens, execute them without a trial. David, does he gain some ground there? Because that seems to pull from the left and the right.
Is this a country where due process and innocent until proven guilty are still the law of the land? And Senator Paul brings up is driving a very important debate that we need to have in this country. And Mr. Barron's nomination is the next chapter in that. You know, it's interesting from these memos. This president now wants unilateral power to go and be able to kill U.S. citizens who've never had a trial, never been convicted. Contrast that to candidate Obama, who rode to office on a wave of, we should not be using force or intimidation against enemy combatants against the U.S. Perhaps someone at the next White House press conference could ask the president how he has so dramatically changed his position.
I'll call Ed Henry about that. In the meantime, quickly, final word to you, Julie. We got to wrap it up.
100% with everything David said. Senator Paul.
Hey,
yeah, no.
Hey, we like it.
Senator Paul is dead on about this. Barack Obama is dead wrong about this. And you're absolutely right. He's flip-flopped on this issue. And there's nothing to add other than I agree with everything you just said.
Look at that. We're ending on a moment of agreement.
Kumbaya.
Thank you both. Yes, we'll be singing Kumbaya in the break. Stick around. Thank you both very much. All right, a shocking beatdown in an elevator. Two celebrities getting so heated they